My name is Jack, and I am the Jack of all trades. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to another, and by another, I mean the first, episode of that most illustrious, most classiest, and entirely too good series called Jack Attack, the possibly temporary name for the hopefully not temporary show, in which I, Jack, review shit. Why attack? Because it rhymes. And it's better for clickbait. So, let's start with something family friendly? That's right, it's the Super Mario Brothers movie from the year 1990. So you know Mario? Mario. This guy, whose voice sounds like this.
Yahoo!
And Luigi, and Princess Peach, and that cute little toad, Bowser, Yoshi, Goombas, the Koopa Kids. A classic video game series whose main graphic aspect is clean, bright, simple, and family-friendly. So, imagine all of that, but Bob Hoskins is there. Mario sounds like this.
Come on, don't talk so. What's the matter?
Luigi is about 30 years younger than him. It's not Peach, it's Daisy, and she's an archaeologist in Brooklyn. The Mushroom Kingdom is a parallel dimension to our own, characterized by greed, drugs, fascism, pollution, and oh yeah! What is that? What's that, like, famous Mario lore that's definitely in the games and didn't come out of fucking nowhere for this film? Oh, right. Everyone in the alternate mushroom dimension is descended from dinosaurs. You know, Mario. And Yoshi is there. And Toad, who then gets turned into a... Oh my god, no! No! What the fuck? No, I can't... Who gets turned into a Goomba? Goombas. Those are Goombas. Anyway, this legendary box office bomb was... Oh my god! Why? Why? What the fuck? I keep looking at it, and it keeps not getting better. And it... You know, Mario. In this so bad it's good comedy, the plot features a couple of plumbers from New York City who meet a secret princess named Daisy, who they have to rescue after she is kidnapped by Koopa Kids, Iggy and Spike, who, what do they look like in this film? New Jersey assholes? Yeah. Why not? Sure. They take her to another dimension where King Koopa, aka Bowser, aka Dennis Hopper, aka this is Bowser in this movie for real, needs her for his evil plan to merge their dimensions and de-evolve all of the mammals into monkeys.
Monkey!
You know.
Mario!
The production for this movie was a multiple rewrites hot mess. And it shows. It was originally a script for a science fiction story about drug, sex, and corruption. And then the studio got the rights to the Mario brand, so the husband and wife director, who were fighting at the time, and did not like Mario at all, just adapted their original script and made it vaguely about Mario. What could go wrong? Then Disney joined in about halfway through the filming process and made them clean it up, and that was not entirely successful. Yeah, so we added in a bit where, like, they escape the bad guys on a mattress, but it's still gonna take place in a fungus-covered hellscape. Oh, and we're keeping the titty shot. Yeah, we're keeping the titty shot. It's like if someone had only ever seen the movie Blade Runner, and only had the Mario franchise described to them, and then was told to make a Mario movie. Yeah, so it's a mushroom kingdom. So there's, like, disgusting fungus everywhere. Oh, no. It's like, and the fungus is sentient? No, why would, well, there's no like literal fungus. And it's sentient because it's the body of the dead king of the Mushroom Kingdom. That's not even like a character in the game who has been de-evolved into a fungus. Why did we give you the rights for this? Anyway, it's great. Like, don't get me wrong, it's bad. A bad thing has happened here. But it's a delight. The pure absurdity of this film, which would already have been a nonsense film, but it's based on Mario, and just seems to go out of its way at every turn to just shit on the concept of Mario, and it's this beautiful, horrible cherry on this beautiful sundae of awful, and I love it. But here's something I did not expect. While this movie has a lot of moments to laugh at that are not supposed to be funny, it is also oddly aware of its own tropes to the point of subverting them in a funny way. It has a lot of solid jokes, and Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, who both hated this movie so much that they were taking shots of whiskey in between shots, just rip a charming performance out of the jaws of this movie is a horrible fucking mess. And I really appreciate it. There's a real chemistry and a real brotherly love, and they're very charming and funny in an unironic way. Overall, I would recommend, especially with friends and intoxicating substances of your choice. My next movie... Shit! Fuck! No, they look like rejected Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Why is its head so small and its body is so big and it's like wet and shoulders and the eyes? You know? Jesus. My next movie is the 1989 film Parenthood. This movie was chosen with the game 5 Movie Roulette, in which my partner and I, in an effort to watch any movies before we die, instead of arguing about them forever, pick 5 random movies and watch one of them. Parenthood is one such movie, and it's not as entertaining as Super Mario Bros., so I'm gonna do it fast. This star-studded movie features Steve Martin, Diane Weiss, Joaquin Phoenix, Keanu Reeves playing almost exactly the same character as Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Rick Moranis, and more. Directed by Ron Howard, in the story of 3 generations of an extended family trying to deal with life. Overall, it was medium amounts of charming, funny, and wholesome. Steve Martin is great, some issues aren't resolved. There's no remarkable acting, several characters could have been cut. It's about 30 minutes longer than it needs to be, because 2 hours is too long for petty suburban family drama, even if Steve Martin is there. If you love one of these actors, it's a good movie, but otherwise you're not missing much. And for our next movie... a spook 'em up. This was real spook. This classic spook 'em up is an adaptation of a Stephen King novel directed by Stanley Kubrick and starring Shelley Duvall and scariest man in the world, Jack Nicholson. In it, scariest man in the world, Jack Nicholson, is driven slowly to homicidal insanity while he and his family are taking care of an empty hotel. Stephen King hates this film, but he hates all the good versions of his books and loves all the terrible movie adaptations of his books, so generally speaking, ignore everything he says about movies. It's a slow burn. It's a well-directed film at the expense of everyone's well-being because Stanley Kubrick was a huge asshole about it. And you know what, Stanley? I feel like you could have made a good movie and not been an asshole about it, but you know? Anyway, it got me pretty good. It's freaking scary. I watched it with Ryan, who had seen the movie before, and when he decided to go to bed in the last 20 minutes of the film, I couldn't finish it by myself. Okay, honey, good night, love you. Ryan! Overall, if you like horror, give this a go. There's a reason it's a classic, and it's a good time. But also, real quick, can we talk about this? So without giving anything else away, towards the end of the film, Shelley Duvall is running around the hotel and seeing lots of just different spooky shit. And this is one of them. It's pretty shocking if you haven't seen it, made fun of in pop culture elsewhere, and also if you were in her situation, you would also. But oh my god, Look at the dude who's getting the blowjob. Please, look at his face. He's not even bothered. He's just... Shelley, what seems to be the problem, Shelley? I'm just getting a blowjob from the world's worst furry, Shelley. I'm just living my best life, Shelley. Shelley! Which brings us to the end of this very first episode of Jack Attack. If you liked the video, why not hit that like button? Better yet, why not share it with your friends, your family? Write down the link on a piece of paper and hand it out to strangers on the street. You can also help out your local genderqueer nerd by following me on Facebook or Tumblr by hitting that subscribe button. Or if you really like this video, you can definitely convince me to create more of them by becoming a Patreon patron, which is also in the links because it's never too early to start hustling. And that's it. Join us next time to hear Jack say, "Right was bad. Everyone should feel bad about it. It was bad." Bye.